Whoo, boy, we got some big tests coming up for coaching staff and players alike with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to town. Plus, Michael Irvin has some things to say about what the Cowboys got to get fixed on this thing. Let's do it all. The DLLS Cowboys podcast starts. Meow. Welcome in to today's Cowboy. You know, Matt McConaughey, right? Matt?
You can say Matt. No, most people just say Matthew.
Matthew McConaughey.
Say Matt.
He got a little Jerry Jones to his
twang.
talking.
Yeah.
It's
Well, and we did, and we're going to. And
Did he go to Texas?
Yes.
I'm just asking. You ain't got to be.
You not a T-shirt fan?
No, he's not a T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that T-shirt fan stuff is stupid.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. You can cheer for whoever you want. We're all T-shirt Cowboy fans. We didn't play for them.
Everybody, we got T-shirt. We got T-shirt Laker fans. We got T-shirt Yankee fans.
Most
got T-shirt Cowboy. Everybody, whatever.
Welcome in, everybody. Please hit the like and subscribe while you're here. We got Cowboys things of the day to talk about. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to town. It's going to be a lot of fun, but we're going to start off today's show with what Michael Irvin had to say about what the Cowboys need to do. My name is Jay. Next to me is former Cowboys wide receiver. He is not a T-shirt fan. He's an actual Cowboy.
Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Before we get started, did you guys hear about that actress that got stabbed to death?
No. What about it, Jesse?
No.
Oh, it's not a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Reese.
Witherspoon?
With the knife.
Not Reese Witherspoon.
No, with the knife.
Reese, actress, knife, stab.
Reese with a knife.
Y'all are so slow.
We are.
Hear about that actress that got stabbed? Reese with a knife?
No, Reese with the spoon. No, with the knife. Boom.
Oh, so I did help.
Yes,
I set it up.
You did set it up, but you missed it.
Yes.
Golly, that was good. That was good.
It was not.
That
good.
was good.
It was not good. It was
did
not
you
good.
hear about that actress that got stabbed to death? And I say Reese, and then you say with a spoon, and I go no, with a knife.
Not with her spoon.
That's good. Come on,
that's a dad joke.
That's
That's a
quality,
dad
bro.
joke.
That's
That's a
quality,
dad
bro.
joke.
That's quality.
Your
That's
dad.
quality, bro.
It's a dad joke.
That's quality, bro.
It's a
We
dad
just
joke.
expect more.
That's quality.
It's a dad joke.
I think that was better than
You know
usual.
what? I'm doing a show with a bunch of people who got ADD, and so sometimes things go right over y'all head. Y'all just like it's not really registered.
Dad joke.
You got ADD
Yeah,
too,
you have
right?
it too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of y'all got ADD up here.
Kevin Gray, while we're reaching. See, Kevin Gray ain't even down with you.
No.
Kevin Gray boos you.
That was better than
Kevin Gray, your boy.
That's solid.
That was
I'm
better.
sorry.
That was better.
This is Pop Pop.
That was solid.
That's Clarence.
I can't.
You wanna win,
He's
put
here.
Pop
He's
Pop
safe. He made it through the travel. Okay.
We
He
doing
did.
this?
You got a Whataburger Santa thing? What a
It was a
Christmas.
family water Christmas. One of our Christmas things. Yeah.
That's
What
nice.
a Christmas.
You know when you families do these Christmas sweaters or stuff like that for
Nope.
Christmas.
Mm-mm.
Like families do that. I guess.
I don't have a
Families
family.
do that.
I don't have a
Gotta do
family.
that.
What Christmas?
Christmas.
We did. I did just
Pajamas
go to
or
an ugly
thing
sweater
like-
party with my cousin.
It's
I have
not
a
an ugly
family.
sweater party. Christmas Day, this new trend. People are wearing similar outfits for Christmas. They do family oriented.
My brother,
Yeah.
land is playing. What we getting to? They wear the sweaters. That's
Yeah,
what
what's
y'all doing.
Yeah, I mean, so we've done it for a few years. I mean, it's not a land of. I mean,
Who's
yeah,
we?
yeah, you haven't seen people do that on.
Yeah, but you were like it was just going a long time.
No, it
we
wasn't
got a
long.
land
because
plane. We
it
didn't.
was the
Yeah, it's like.
What's up? What's
plane
up?
be landing.
I shall.
You know what? I don't even want to do the show today. I'm out. I don't even want to do
Somebody
it, man.
just said boo tomatoes at you.
I don't even want to do the
You
show,
got-
man.
I don't
Boo,
do church.
tomato.
Jesse should be banned from today's show for that.
Oh,
They trying to ban you. All right.
Clarence is Pop. Jesse is definitely Unk. Free Jesus is here. Carrie Matthews. Good morning, kinfolk.
Oh,
we
man.
winning or losing Sunday. Let's just get to the biscuit.
Yeah, let's get to the biscuit.
Let's go ahead and talk.
Good. I was
Let's
ready.
go.
That was like with the spoon.
Shoot.
Nah, with the knife. That was solid. I'm telling you, that's
To you.
That's solid.
To
man.
you.
Let's let this. It's all
Solid,
right.
man.
No, yeah, we're fine.
That's solid.
I got to tell you guys, though, today, the way that we're going to start the show is I got beef with Michael Irvin.
Chicken,
I got beef.
poultry in general.
I got all sorts of
What
meat
did Mike?
products.
What did
with
Mike
Michael
do to
Irvin.
you? What Mike do to you?
Mike will still stab someone in the neck with scissors.
Wow.
He won't
Today.
stab. He won't stab me.
You don't think so?
No, he wouldn't stab.
You don't
me.
think so?
No.
Oh,
I know how to talk to Mike. You know,
How would you talk to him?
you get on his level, and he'd be like, "Oh hell, we need to keep talking. I don't need to stab you." You know,
Just don't.
Mike, I heard what you said about the team. Mike, I told you about the team.
Just
like, what the hell?
Just don't cut in front of him for a haircut.
I would never. I would never.
I was there.
What's the beef?
Well, so Michael Irvin, much like all of us, just wants to fix his favorite football team. You know, Cowboys. You know, won a few games lately, but you know he's trying to get back to the Super Bowl. And so
He's such a T-shirt fan.
What do you mean? He played
I know. I just
a little bit.
I know.
Some. So he had some ideas, and then I saw the video of his idea for what the Cowboys had to do, and then we had to work hard to figure out where the hell it came from, because our buddy Law Nation had it on his Twitter account, and I'm like, but I don't think it's from a show that Law did, because I don't see him saying it's from his show. Like, we got to go figure this crap out, and eventually we did. But anyway, here's Michael Irvin trying to fix the Cowboys.
And with CeeDee Lamb and another big-time receiver, don't try to sell me on somebody that's dead and gone. Don't try to get me somebody in the third, fourth, fifth rounds. I need you to get me a big-time first-round receiver, or trade. But no, you got to draft him. You got to draft him because the money ain't gonna be right in the trade. So you just got to put your big resource right there. That's just the reality of that, you know. And get back in this fight. Now you can build with the rest of the things. You know, I can find a place here, find a person there.
So anyway, so Mike can't let us little people have anything. So that's off Michael Irvin's YouTube account. He's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you mad at him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
Why
Not
can't I
because
just have my little thing? Like, I'm YouTubing. You get out.
not because it's take.
No, his take is fine. I just don't appreciate him
I thought you
encroaching
mad at his take.
on my territory.
I mean, the man don't have a job.
Oh.
The man
he
needs
does.
a job.
Yeah, he does.
What are you doing?
He owns a
How
restaurant.
often is he on FS1?
A couple times a week.
Couple
he's
times
he's
a week.
on. He's on. It is what it is with Cameron and Mace.
See, come on.
He owns it.
Stop
He does. And they.
Stop that.
You want to know what they pay him up?
I'm not saying they don't pay him. I'm just saying
He owns
he
a restaurant off 121
But
in the colony.
he was working full time. And now he's piecemealing thing, which you got in piecemealing well. But he needs something to do.
Listen, if I can get paid what Mike's getting paid to piece things together, I'll take it.
Well, okay, but
I'll
he
take
still.
it.
But my point is, he still wants to do YouTube because he needs something else to do too.
If I get to his age,
it's another stream of income. Is what I'm saying. Is YouTube as well.
I just want to have
He's
access
tapping.
to his supplements,
He's
whatever
tapping.
it is. It's got him all cut up.
He's tapping all his streams of income.
What?
He might. What's my guy's name that helped baseball?
Balco guy.
Stop. Wow.
I'm down for that.
Wow.
I'm down for that. If anybody out there's got the
Little
stuff.
Balco.
Yeah. Let me get some of that.
Victor Conti.
the thing
cream
about
and the clear.
Victor
the
Conti.
thing about that whole take to me is just because you play football don't mean you're a GM.
Oh, you're taking shots at Michael Irvin.
You're
now.
taking shots at Mike.
I think Troy Aikman would be a good GM, by the way.
I understand that, but just because his whole stream of consciousness, trade for a big time guy, draft him. No, don't. He just all over the place. My point is, he's thinking like a fan. He just sounds like yes, he played for the team. He sounds like a fan.
That's what I'm saying. If he's going to be a YouTuber, we got to have our take ready.
Yeah.
Like my man just hit go live
Right,
and said, like, and you need a receiver, and you can draft a receiver, or you can trade. No,
Leave him
no.
alone.
Back to the.
Exactly. He sounds like a fan at the bar or a fan at the barbershop. Just stream of consciousness, just coming up with things because he's frustrated about his team.
Some of my best ideas came from in the middle of a workout. You're in between sets, you're thinking, your mind's going. Mike had a good. He probably had a good set.
Yeah.
Probably had a good set,
Nice
max set.
Okay,
nice set.
but
grab that phone.
my point is he didn't communicate it well.
Yeah, but okay.
He ended up there. He ended up there.
So let's break.
That's all I'm saying.
He ended up there.
So let's break it down. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
Do the Cowboys not need
Absolutely.
another big time receiver?
Absolutely. 100%.
You yourself has
Yes,
said
my
it's
point is
been.
you're not breaking no news here, though. The Cowboys
Right.
need a receiver.
Well, you can't stand somebody making a point that's not you, huh?
No,
I can't stand it.
You know I love Mike. Don't do that. That's my dude. Okay. I did break the scissor story back in the day. I just wanted the record show.
Good.
Jesus. In fairness.
If you're new here, Michael Irvin once upon a time stabbed a teammate in the neck with a
Allegedly.
pair of scissors.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
In fairness, this team will have you all over the place trying to
It's
find
true.
solutions. Like his reaction and him being all over the place is on par with, how we've felt through the season, trying to figure out what is the best thing to do and how we feel like they should attack it. Obviously, when you talk about the actual comment, I think you can draft a guy, but I think you need immediate impact, man. How many more years do you have with Dak?
4
Is it 4?
or 3 more.
Carry
3.
the 2?
4-year extension. Right? It was 4. Yeah, 4 for 4
It's
for
4
240. Yeah, so 3 more.
So 3 more?
Yeah.
You ain't got time for that.
Ain't got time for
What do you mean? You don't have time for a rookie receiver?
No, I think you have
Rookie
time
receivers
for a
ball
rookie
out.
receiver. Yeah, I agree with
He
that.
said
But how early are you taking one?
First round. That's what he wants.
Are you
See-
gonna be in position to take one early? That is
Yes.
Sure.
there's some impactful guys in the
Yes.
second round, but
But here's my point, because we're talking about windows, we're talking about ready now, right now. Mike kind of jumped off of the whole trade scenario situation. I think he should have stayed on that point. Like what was it, Tuesday? We talked about like looking at teams and when you can either build your team to make the playoffs or you can build your team to win Super Bowls.
Right. And the Cowboys are a build for playoffs team.
Or build
Yes.
for playoff. And
Just
then
get
they
there.
run into a team who was built for a Super Bowl.
Right.
And I think, I'm not saying that drafting isn't necessary, and that's been their model. But if you're building for a Super Bowl, then go get that veteran guy. Go get the guy that you know absolutely what he's good at. Not that we're going to try to figure out, we're going to work through some things. You got to deal with the ups and downs and the ebbs and flow of a rookie receiver entering the league. And some may not have that curve. But I'd rather have a surefire, this is what he is, this is how he gets down. Let's go get him. Let's put him opposite CeeDee Lamb, kind of like when you had CeeDee Lamb and you had Amari Cooper, right? Like that was a deadly combination. You knew exactly what you were going to get. You knew how it was going to play out each and every week. You had 2 bona fide playmakers, and that opened up the lanes for rushing. That opened up the lanes for slot guys, for tight ends, for everybody. And then in those necessary downs, those third downs, thing that come to mind right now was when they were playing against Philadelphia and they throw the slant to Cooper, and the DB should have intercepted it, but it hit his arm, bounced up in the air. Cooper's right there, catches it, touchdown, game over.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's those moments where like I don't have time to figure out, is this moment going to be too big for the rookie? Is this moment going to be where the rookie drops the football? Will that rookie get to a point where we need him to? I need to be set, ready to go day one next year with a lot of these positions that we're going in having to fill this offseason.
We already know that the Cowboys are not going to trade for. They just traded for Mingo with 4th round pick. They're not trading for a receiver.
Hell yeah. Oh, I forgot. We got Mingo.
Yeah, Mingo. We already know that, okay? But
we're ready.
I've been saying for 2 years, they've been seeding a bunch of maybes.
Yeah.
And they need help at receiver. We've talked about that. Everybody, Kevin Gray, people talking about Luther Burden at the top of the draft. The kid from Arizona is really good. There's some receivers in this draft that's worthy. And I'm glad you brought up the CeeDee Amari comparison because rather than trade somebody, CeeDee is now the Amari.
You're right.
Okay. And now you can get a rookie, top rookie, 1st round rookie to come in and have an impact like CeeDee did immediately. I think that's on the table. The question is, Cowboys have so many needs and so many holes. When you talk about a 1st round pick, where do you go? Where do you use those resources? Because you got defensive line.
You need a first round home run
impact
at every
player.
position.
Right.
Like, and then we're talking about you need one at receiver, you need one at line, both lines, defensively, offensively. You can use one in the secondary, you can use one at linebacker.
And if Genty is there, if Genty's
still
there,
gonna need them all. Still gonna need them all.
Yeah.
And
By
then
the way, I
some.
just looked this up for the hell of it. the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the top 8 rookie receivers this year, all top 35 picks.
Right.
So that kind of works for Mike's point. It doesn't always go that way. Like Puka Nacua was a 5th rounder that went absolutely nuts.
Insane.
But this year it is literally you had to use a top 40 pick if you wanted to get some impact. So Mike might be barking up the right tree. Coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, our buddy Jonah Javad from WFAA joined us. We got a big game coming up for a lot of folks in this organization. We'll talk about all that stuff next on the show.
We are getting ready to enter a new year. 2025 is right around the corner. And if you're making your New Year's pledges about your weight or what you're going to eat, why not make a New Year's pledge about getting some new flooring? Get your crib in order, right? A house that's in order is a life that's in order. I don't know. I just made that up.
I can see that.
No,
Yeah, I
I
can
really
see that,
just
though.
made that
No, I
up,
can
but
see
it
that.
flows. It flows, right?
Yeah. There's a bar.
Wow. If you want to get your life in order with your house in order, go get some new flooring. Head over to EmpireToday.com and use the promo code DLLS to get $350 off new flooring. Whether you like vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, carpet. Some people still want the carpet in the crib, and that's absolutely fine. You do whatever it is that you feel that you need to, but go ahead and save these $350. Call them right now. Get a consultation. Get set up. Use the virtual floor design. Take a picture. Log it in on the .com, and then they just show you what it looks like with this in place. So head over to EmpireToday.com. Use the promo code DLLS. Save $350 off new flooring.
Also, shout out to our friends at Constant Contact. You're out there, you're a business owner, you run some things. Well, you could use some help with your marketing, I would imagine. And we got a brand new year to set goals coming up here. Or maybe you're in a crunch here at the end of Q4 of 2024 and you've got some business goals you're trying to reach. Our homies at Constant Contact can help you meet your goals, and they can do it faster. No matter how experienced you might be with digital marketing, our buddies at Constant Contact, they got the tools to make your marketing run smoother. They can help you tap email marketing that helps you create and send the perfect email to every customer. Own the smartphone by adding texting to your marketing strategy. Connect with over 2 billion people on social media with an all-in-one tool for posting and sharing, and sell more online in less time with Constant Contact's powerful e-commerce tools. I've lost my, hello. Time to put the go in your business goals with our friends at Constant Contact, ConstantContact.com/allcity to start your free trial, ConstantContact.com/allcity. All right, let's check in with our homie from WFAA, the great Jonah Javad, who I do believe is not. Oh, this top raises questions. We're saying hello to Jonah, but that might be a you could raw dog underneath sort of pullover. Jonah, what is your status underneath there?
Oh, there's chest hair popping out of the pullover right now.
I can see raw dog. It's an athletic looking fit. That could be a raw dog pullover.
It's athleisure. Come on.
Yeah.
Now.
No? No?
Like a hoodie.
But it's not like a heavy hoodie.
You're fine, Jonah.
That's a breathable hoodie. So
You're fine.
Does it have a hood on it?
Don't
No,
let
but
them...
like this would be a funk factory. So with this, so with that. I don't think that is. I think Jonah's good.
You're good regardless.
That's a good sweat going. You get a good sweat net right there.
I think he's looking.
You don't get a sweat box, but you get a good moisture wicking sweat in that situation.
It's so versatile. I mean, I can wear this doing a DLLS spot and a golf course running, whatever. I might wear it over to Cowboys today. Who knows?
Yeah,
Put a shirt underneath if you do.
You don't have to put a shirt underneath that. You don't have to worry about
You're good, man.
How much did it cost?
Do you?
$50 at a golf shop.
Oh,
Probably
50.
much, but
You got money.
Yeah, that might be a
Got
little
money,
much.
got
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Well, anytime you
Whatever.
buy something at the pro shop, they're going to get you.
Yeah, but if you
you're paying
went
for the
with the intent
logo.
to buy something at the pro shop, that means you got the money to spend there.
That's true.
You could have got that on
I have
Amazon.
a Botox appointment in 50 minutes, so I know what it's like to just spend money, Jonah. Game against Tampa Bay, we're going to talk about this throughout the show, but a little bit different than the recent schedule, that you're playing a team that is playing well, that's probably going to be a postseason team, all those things. How big a game is that potentially for the coaches that we keep talking about every week as they keep competing and playing well and their futures?
Yeah, it feels like we're talking about the same thing, and we'll probably be talking about the same thing next week and the week after that. Yeah, it's massive. I think this 3-game stretch, if we're really going to dictate the rest of the season having an impact on McCarthy's future with the team, it's massive because all right, congratulations for beating the Panthers. Congrats for your beating the 2 and whatever Giants, and even the Commanders team that they won, which was really kind of kickstarted this this winning trend, I guess, for the Cowboys. That was a Commanders team that was starting to fall off a cliff a little bit. And they just beat the Saints by 1 point last week. So I don't know how much stock you put in that victory either. Anyway, those 3 victories by the Cowboys are not really that impressive. And if you really want to judge this Cowboys team for next season and the years after that, they have to be judged by the good teams that they play. They're facing 3 good ones to end the season here. And this Bucs team offensively has a lot of firepower, good defensively as well. And so, yeah, I mean, if the Cowboys win this Sunday, I think that says to me more than any of the other games they've played in recent weeks. Okay, maybe they're figuring it out. Maybe Mike Zimmer's defense is figuring it out, and they just needed, 3/4 of a season to do so.
Jonah, if you take Micah off of this defense, who would you say would be the next person in line to be the defensive player of the year in the Cowboy edition defensively?
This year, specifically?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
Oh, gosh. I mean, Osa maybe? Yeah. Maris Leofau?
Maybe Jordan.
Jordan.
I mean, Jordan Lewis has been good. Deron Bland has been okay. I mean, jeez.
Sounds like that question just said Micah's really good, huh?
Yeah, dude. I mean, when they lost Micah earlier this year, you saw the effects. And I know they weren't playing amazing when he was, healthy at the start of the year, but you hear from other coaches around the league, and I don't know if you guys have been watching Hard Knocks at all, but there's a clip of Zach Taylor of the Bengals talking about Micah Parsons, and the way he talks about him in their team meetings leading into that game is, we're talking about one of the top 3 defensive players in football. To lose that, or the thought, or the prospect, or I don't know what, I guess you can speculate about losing him. It's pretty silly and nonsensical. If they lost him, that might be the dumbest thing they've ever done.
Clarence, John, how you doing, man? Because the easy answer was Overshawn. We can't discount him just because he's hurt. I mean,
anymore. He's gone.
He's the easy answer.
So,
it's over.
I try not to go with guys who are hurt. So Overshawn, I think that would be obvious, but he's hurt now. So I don't know. I feel like I'm grasping for straws here on that answer with guys who are healthy and haven't missed a bunch of time.
Okay, I got 2 quick questions. First, a serious one. Where are you standing on Mike McCarthy coming back right now?
In terms of, do I think he should, or will he should, or will he? Do I
Either
think
one.
so?
You answer how you want.
So I've got this issue where I like to explain things away for people, and I feel like he's got a good reason to deserve a fair shot. I don't like when the front office meddles with head coaches and gets in the way of them performing at their best. And for a front office to do what they did throughout the entire offseason, essentially set him up for failure in the final year of his contract, I don't think that's right. I think McCarthy is a decent coach. And I do believe that there's something to be said about continuity. Dak Prescott and him have a relationship. Dak will be back. A lot of the same faces will be back. But it really is incumbent on the front office. So, yes, short answer, I would. I wonder if you would take another 1-year deal. Maybe you don't have to do a 3-year contract, but maybe you do a 1-year extension. Let's run it back, see if we can get some good injury luck this time and not have, one of the worst injury luck seasons I think McCarthy's ever had. I asked him about that last week. And so maybe he gets a fair shake injury-wise, and maybe they make a deep run next year, assuming they bring back Parsons and the front office doesn't, fall asleep at the wheel again.
And my other one, Jeff kind of slid in. It has a Botox appointment later on.
I do.
Would you consider Botox?
I'm anti-Botox. Now, I know some people use it for health reasons, because if they get migraines or headaches, and so there is a fraction of people that do Botox for health-related reasons. I'm all good with that. But if it's for vanity, I'm kind of out on the Botox trends. Come back to me in 10 years if I've got
right. When you get older, you might have a different opinion.
A lot of wrinkles all over the place. Then
Yes.
maybe my stance will change. But I tend to be kind of anti that because I think we should love ourselves how we are created.
I think congratulations on your mental health status. I believe vanity is the wrong word. I believe confidence is the word. If it makes you feel better about you, fire away. Plus, I'm a 40-year-old white man, and we wrinkle. It's time to, but I won't go below the eyeballs. I keep it above the eyeballs. Down here, you stop looking human. Up here, I'm just looking to, keep it tight. That's all.
You tight.
You gotta keep it tight.
Jonah, you talked about the Bucs and their offense being a fun offense. Look at their offensive line; these guys aren't giving up much, So obviously, the Cowboys' strength right now on their defense seems like it is their defensive line. How do you think that Mike Zimmer finds opportunities to affect Baker Mayfield in this game outside of Michael Parsons just whooping on people?
Yeah, I mean the Bucs O-line has been really good at handling pressure, and Baker has too. Yeah, and if the Cowboys aren't able to disrupt or kind of wreak some havoc, it could be a long day. Just you all know the weapons they have. Mike Evans has got a shot to go 1,000 yards again this year. Bucky Irving and Rashad White look awesome. They're going to have to be creative and probably keep them guessing, like any defensive coordinator when they're going up against a good offense and a good offensive line. And I think for the Cowboys in this game, it's going to be hard because the Bucs defense is pretty good as well, is trying to kind of stay close or stay in front, because if they fall behind early in this game where the Bucs can lean on that run game and kind of set up everything else they like to do and take the deep shots to Evans, it could be good night real quick. So I think we'll learn a lot about how maybe the final 3 quarters will go based on the first quarter. But yeah, for Zim, he's going to have to do something to kind of throw Baker off, and that's not easy because he's played really, really well this year. Impressive. I really didn't think Baker was going to be as good with the Bucs as he has been, but my goodness, he's been really strong.
It's Jonah Javad of WFAA. Jonah, you are a Mizzou man, and Michael Irvin on his YouTube page in a crop top doing curls between sets said that the Cowboys need to add a big-time wide receiver next to CeeDee Lamb. So I wanted to give you the opportunity as a Mizzou man to make the case for probable first-round pick Luther Burden of Missouri to be CeeDee's running mate.
He's like one of my favorite players to watch. He is so good. And so in our friend group over this past year, a bunch of guys who went to Mizzou, and start of the year, we're feeling hyped because we thought Mizzou was going to make the college football playoff, or at least had a shot, and they, of course, didn't because it's Mizzou. But we joked over the course of the year because their quarterback, Brady Cook, just couldn't get Luther the ball. He's not a very good quarterback. Oh. And we joked that Luther Burden has lost millions over the course of this season because Brady Cook couldn't connect him with the football. So we're hopeful that maybe the combine boosts his stock back up. And we've had the scary thought of, oh my gosh, is Luther Burden going to fall all the way to the Chiefs or something stupid like that, like at the end of the first round. I don't think he's going to fall that far. He is way too talented. That would be really silly. And assuming he performs well at the combine, he should go, I don't know, top 10, top 15. That said, I don't know if I really want him on the Cowboys because considering how dysfunctional they are, and we're not really quite sure if they're rebuilding or if they're not rebuilding, or maybe they're like doing a semi-build. Maybe they're like one of those builders during COVID that like, we're going to start rebuilding and then stop for 2 years, wait for costs to go back up, build again, and then it collapses. Like I don't know if I want him on a team that is so dysfunctional. So, maybe it's a good thing if he falls down into the 20s and lands with a contender. But I just don't want him to, end up with another quarterback that is incapable of throwing him the football. He is way too talented to be just running routes against air.
Shots fired at Dak at the organization you cover. He's just trying to take care of his Mizzou people, trying to keep him away from here. Jonah, thank you. And we'll talk to you whenever we talk to you, and I support your raw dogging under that particular pullover.
Oh.
Thank you. I hope you clip just that part and use it online.
No.
What?
No.
There goes Jonah. But that is the sort of pullover that does not require an undershirt. Now, it's also the sort that you will be displaying your tipples if it's cool.
Tipples?
Your tipples? Because I'm not comfortable saying the actual word.
Don't say that. Don't.
Yeah, so I say tipple. Anyway, coming up next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast, thanks for being with us. Please hit the like and subscribe if you're here. I know that there's more people here than 33, so we need more than that. in the like category, the little thumbs up action. We'll preview the Bucs and how important this game is for Mike McCarthy, Mike Zimmer, and also some other guys that we're getting really excited about. That's all next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
Saturday Neon. You're probably asking yourself, what's Saturday Neon? Saturday Neon was started by two college friends. Saturday Neon makes official licensed collegiate logos, LED, neon lights, perfect signs for your home, office, dorm room, fan, cave, or bar. Now, I am a UNC alum, so I love a good NC. It's the Texas alum.
Belichick, baby.
Yeah, Belichick. But whatever you are, they have over. What we can see it. Check out the Texas. No. I lost my life.
No, you're great.
Yeah, I'm
crushing. That's like my last one. You're crushing.
They have over 50 of the biggest school logos. So if you can't find one, that's because your school's not quite big enough. But,
damn.
Yeah, I'm just going.
Abilene Christian.
Yeah. Saturday Neon. Use our promo code DLLS to get 10% off. Go get your sign today at SaturdayNeon.com.
That was it. That was iffy.
I worked through that one.
Shout out to our friends at HelloFresh. They're our friends. HelloFresh, we love the holidays, but with how busy we are, I know I'm always looking to dodge trips to the grocery store, and so my friends at HelloFresh take care of me. You just pick your meals, and everything you need is delivered right to your door. With the code FREECowboys, you will get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/FreeCowboys. Every HelloFresh recipe includes high-quality, sustainably sourced ingredients like produce that comes fresh from the farm. If you're traveling for the holidays or just too busy to cook at home, you could easily skip a week's delivery if you need to. There really are commitments, and we know that, but they can help you save valuable time and get you all hooked up. I hate the grocery store, with all due respect. Mm-hmm. Get 10 free meals at HelloFresh.com/FreeCowboys. Applied across 7 boxes. New subscribers only, varies by plan. 10 free HelloFresh meals. HelloFresh.com/FreeCowboys. All right, so we've been beating up on the bums in the NFL. I don't know if beating up on is fair. Well, you beat up on them last week. But the Cowboys got some good things going. We were talking to Jonah about what it could mean for the coaching staff, and I think it's not just the coaching staff, but maybe you could get some answers to some questions about some players. There are different spots that Michael Irvin wants a big-time wide receiver. I want help on the offensive line. I want help on the defensive line. I'm short at linebacker. I'm short at corner. Like, there's a lot of things as a Cowboy fan or even as a Cowboys front office person that you're looking at it like, holy cow, we need lots of stuff, huh? And maybe some of those answers are already on your roster. And now you get better competition to look at it. So I suppose my question, Jesse, is how big is it for Rico Dowdle, for Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass, insert name here, that's starting to look like he could be an answer for this team next year and has played well recently, and now we step it up a little bit.
In the words of the great Ric Flair.
Woo!
The other words in the great Ric Flair.
I'm having a hard time keeping these alligators down.
In other words of the great Ric Flair.
Styling.
And profiling. No, but in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man.
Yes,
right? And so for these guys who are trying to put themselves in a really good market for a number of reasons. One, if Zim is coming back next year, I want those coaches to know I deserve to be on this roster. If the new coach is coming to town and they go and turn on the film, I want them to be able to see against quality competition, I deserve to be on this roster. If I'm a guy who is looking, and there's a whole bunch of guys on this roster who need some paydays this offseason, I want them to be able to pop in the film and have no doubt. So there's doubt against Carolina. There's doubt against the teams that are really bad. And Jerry Jones even spoke to that this week on his radio show. I don't want them to have doubt. I want Brock Hoffman. If I'm Brock Hoffman, I want them to be able to see I go up against Vita Vea and I hold my own. That's a quality opponent that I went up against. Not some, and listen, I'm not disrespecting but it is what it is. Not because you dominated some jag. That guy who we don't even really care about. You know what I mean? Like, not even in the pantheon of competition. But go and play well against Levante David, right? Go and play well against Winfield Jr., right? Like, I mean, when you have a chance to play against quality competition, that sets you apart from everywhere else. if you just beating up on some sorry dogs, and I get it, they're all playing in the NFL, so they're all going to be good.
They get paid too.
They get paid too, but there's levels to this, as the young people say. There is levels to this, and for the Cowboys, these next 3 games, there are a lot of guys on this roster. Mozzie Smith, who's been kind of creeping up, playing better each and every week. No, go show me. Go show me against a quality offensive line. If you're Carl Lawson or Golston or Osa, go. Let me see you take Tristan Wirth to town. Let me see that. You take him out back for a little bit, and let me see if that works out for you. Because now I can go, well, if he did that to this guy, this might be a guy who we want to keep around for a little bit.
Yeah, I see this game as a watershed moment for this team. And you talk about individual players, but I think as far as the coaching staff, I mean, there's so much talk about building momentum and tearing into next season.
The cast has been dyed.
The die has been cast.
Oh, what is it?
We do have.
I'm struggling to do.
The has been die cast.
We do have 14 games of tape already on these guys. I mean, what they are is what they are. But to me, this game is important for the coaching staff. This momentum, bringing Mike back and the 2 Mikes back. I think if they lose this game, they could have a 3-game losing streak at the end of the season.
I think it would be likely.
Yeah, likely. And so if they have a 3-game losing streak at the end of the season, and all this momentum, all this talk about, look what Mike has done, they're 6-11.
Oh, that'd be great.
They're 6-11.
Get back towards that top 10.
They're 6-11. Whew. And, so to me, if this momentum is real, beat the Buccaneers. If this is what you're doing is real, and Michael's back out there talking, see, we're a good team, because he look at all these stats, and people are tweeting stats about how they played, and, because they had a chance to do it against Cincinnati, they didn't get it done, and to really get over that hump and show people that put some substance into this momentum. If you want to really put some substance into this momentum, beat the Bengals. Because if you lose to the Bengals, you definitely lose to the Eagles. And then you got Washington, who most likely will be playing for a playoff berth, and you're riding a 2-game losing streak looking to go to Cancun. There's no saving them at that point.
I love your optimism in that.
1, 2, 3.
I love your optimism of what you got going there.
No, I'm just saying beat Tampa.
No, I don't like that. No. I like what you were doing before. I like
I'm just losing. No, that's if you lose to Tampa, you're most likely losing out. And losing off, the final 3 games, and then
get back in the mix for Ted McMillan.
You're thinking about
Mason Graham.
You're thinking about the draft.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about a coaching search.
Oh,
so you don't have to work on that,
Clarence. We're gonna have a great off season. You're gonna be finding a coach.
The coaching
we're gonna be finding players.
That's a pain. Going through a coaching search.
No,
and I don't know if Jerry got somebody's back pocket.
It's not a pain. It's not pain for a content creator. Coaching search is good for content.
I agree,
but we're not cheering against Mike.
No, I'm just saying it's a process, and I don't know who's out there. We've always said I think Mike's biggest boon is the fact that who you gonna get.
I have a random.
If not Mike, who you gonna get?
I have a random.
Just say it.
Who you gonna get?
I have a random one I've been thinking about.
Who you gonna get
the last few days?
Who you gonna get? Who you gonna get that's better than Mike? That's a better coach than Mike.
I don't know that he is, and I don't know that I'm interested in trying it. I'm just doing Jerry Brain. Because we know Jerry Brain.
What you got?
Don't say Kellen Moore.
Jerry Brain likes head coaching experience. Jerry Brain likes being able to sell it. Jerry Brain likes people who he's comfortable with. I mean, if the defense is the part that's been playing well lately, would it shock you if the head coach was Mike Zimmer?
Oh, my God.
Like we talk about, could you keep Mike Zimmer if Mike McCarthy's gone? No, you got to let somebody pick their own coordinators. He was a head coach for a lot of years.
Got a spirit.
What if he just became the head coach?
Wow. That would be interesting.
Didn't you shoot that down when I brought that up?
Probably.
I did not bring him back. I said if they fire Mike halfway through the year, and the question was, well, who do they get? I was like, well, Zim has head coaching experience. He moved up and be the interim head coach.
That's when the defense was 32nd.
Yeah, at the time, the defense was terrible at everything. I was just like, you can't make the guy whose unit sucks.
Now the defense is better, so that's
so if they get smoked tomorrow, if they get smoked on Sunday,
he's out again.
He's out again.
He's in now.
He's in. Okay. What have you done? This is what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys were talking about this game. I think Jeff is interested in the draft stuff. You're interested in what's going on with the coaches. For me, I'm more so like we're still just evaluating, like you guys were talking about, like who's what, who does what. And this team, outside of the teams that you have played, number one, they're coming off of this. They're coming in on this 4-game winning streak. They're putting up 26+ points. So very similar to the Bengals in a sense. But unlike the Bengals and the other teams you've played, this team has a good defensive line and a good offensive line. Like, you know, in these few games, it's been like one or the other. So you're like, okay, the Cowboys can maybe cause turnovers on defense. This offensive line, dog, like, they don't give up much. They gave up 1 sack last week. You know, Baker going to get back there and tap dance and do whatever, maybe run into a sack, but you're going to have to make them work for it. And then when you look at their defensive line, they're young and they got guys that can move. I mean, you talk about Logan Hall at DT, Yaya DeBaby, who I really liked coming out of. Yaya DeBaby.
Diaby, but I mean, I like the baby. I like the baby.
We called him the baby during draft. But yeah, and yeah, they can attack you in different ways. So for me, I think that this is gonna really tell us more about this young offensive line as well. I'm kind of down that, you know, TJ Bass is dealing with that injury because Brock Hoffman, if Cooper Beebe's set to return, Todd Bowles is going to test these guys. He's going to run stunts. He's going to do twists. He's going to do things to try to get these guys to the quarterback. How does this young offensive line and this depth that we're kind of like, okay, y'all, we see you got something. How are they going to respond to that? Cowboys got back Justin Rogers today. Clarence says he's on the active roster. I think it's going to be important, too, to evaluate DT and seeing, like, okay, what do you need going into the draft? So I'm excited about this matchup because it's formidable, because it's real competition. You know, like, what's up? We're going to find out who's going to be here maybe and who's not.
I think it's funny.
He's about to make a scene.
Better.
And it's typical. It's always with the Cowboys that we kind of we were out on the coaching staff.
Yep.
Okay. Out. Five out on the coaching staff.
Yep.
They win a couple of games. Oh, there's a chance you could bring them back. You know, at some point this season we was out on the offensive line, out on the players. Mm-hmm. Now they won a couple of games. Oh, maybe they can. Maybe Brock Hoffman's better than Zach Martin.
Clarence, don't tell us.
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
Be redundant, Clarence. Don't tell us not to know the film that we're looking at.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying it's interesting.
I'm waiting to get to the joke.
It's not funny to me. It's not funny.
I would like to tell you something that I learned.
It's interesting that we pump up these guys and we'll see that maybe they're just the guys we thought they were in the first place.
Very possible. That's why we're talking about.
You know, thought they were.
Yeah, we did this.
Let them off the hook.
I would like
thought they were in the first place.
So I would like to share with you some knowledge that I think you need in your life.
Oh my!
And
God.
I got this knowledge from a wise man named Clarence Hill, who told me we do a show every day.
Right.
So yes, the day after somebody plays like duty poo, I'm gonna talk about how he ain't that good. And the day after the dude plays really well, we gonna talk about how he played well. Clarence, why are you trying to put everybody in a box that has to last all year? You get new information, you change your opinion.
I'm not. I'm putting it all together.
It wasn't funny. It was funny to you.
Was it funny, Jess?
It was funny to me. You know, it was funny.
Was it funny, Jess?
It wasn't.
I didn't think it was funny either.
It wasn't a shot at the evaluation.
No,
it's
fine.
It was not. I'm just
in a triangle.
Witten for head coach in the chat.
I mean,
I'll stop covering sports.
Lord have mercy.
Would you really quit? You wouldn't quit.
It's not that serious.
Don't put that out there in the universe because it can happen.
I'll go drive trucks.
Clench my sweater.
Drive trucks?
I'll go drive trucks.
Oh my God.
Wait.
Can we buy the truck? Because I don't want to drive for somebody else. I want to own the truck. We make more that way.
You don't really want to own the truck.
But you make more that way.
But you're also, for all the expenses, the
maintenance,
cost, the maintenance,
we can get a good truck.
Insurance.
You get a nice truck.
Just drive their trucks and run their trucks into the ground and just make the money.
Okay, that's a fair point. So yes, thank you to everybody who. By the way, Jerry's bum steer article was more biting. What is a bum steer article? What am I missing?
The Texas Monthly gave Jerry the Bum Steer of the Year award. It's a negative thing.
Oh, this is the kind of content I need. You got to send that to me.
What, you haven't seen it all over social media this week?
No, I'm not on the internet.
Tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we got bum steer.
Yeah,
we got
bum steer.
Woody
Texas
Johnson wouldn't make a trade because of Madden ratings and his grandkids.
Yeah, Texas Monthly. I'll send it to you. They got Jerry the Bum Steer of the Year.
Can I tell you about the Woody Johnson thing?
Yeah, please.
And we'll probably talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to just squeeze. I'm going to slide it in.
Seconds.
I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
38 seconds.
The thing that threw me off the most about the Woody Johnson article, owner of the Jets, apparently he nixed a trade for Jerry Jeudy because his Madden rating was a little lower than Woody wanted on a video game. And then it said his teenage sons have a lot of input. And I'm like, is that a typo? Because he's like almost 80 and he got teenage sons.
Exactly.
Dudes in their 60s be humping.
Wow, that's what we're doing. That's how we got here.
He's not 60 yet. Coming up next. Oh, wait, no, I still got time. So anyway.
You advertising Blue Chew?
I mean, I love Blue Chew. I did get Blue Chew. They're a sponsor, and I did place my order, and can't tell you. It's wonderful. Wonderful product. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to be ashamed of a wonderful product.
I'm not ashamed.
You need a little confidence, a little help when it comes to that time. Check out our friends at Blue Chew. I'll find the promo code before our next segment. I think it's just DLLS.
Have mercy on us.
But anyway, coming up next, we have one more thing that we have to. There's just one more thing, and that would be We Got the Beat writer. Clarence Hill in the locker room got some nuggets from people, and it might be bad news for Jerry and Steven. That is next.
Thank you.
But first, I'd like to tell you about our friends that are us.
We are our own friends.
It's us.
We are our own friends.
Yes.
This break.
We're a self-contained friendship.
Yeah, this break is like Ricky Bobby at the end of Talladega Nights. Where, do you remember the sponsors on his car?
I don't. I've never seen Talladega Nights.
M-E. Across the hood. Me. Didn't have no sponsors. Just him. Me. Right there across the car.
We have sponsors, though.
We do, but this particular break is about we. We want you to go to alldlls.com, sign up to be a diehard. You get premium written content. What you get when you sign up? You get a free T-shirt. You get the premium written content that's for diehards only. You know, and don't get me wrong. We got plenty of content out there, even if you're not a diehard. It is your one-stop shop for DFW sports. We got shows for every team every day. We got all that content, but you get the premium written content. That's you get a free T-shirt. You get discounts on merch. I love this hoodie, as evidenced by the fact that I've worn it like 4 times. It's hard to find a hoodie you like. When I find one, I lock in on that hoodie.
Same.
It's not funky yet. I see the look on your face.
I'm like, as a fellow, I mean, as one who adopts the raw dog mentality.
No, I do not. Ever.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not under a real hoodie.
Okay.
Now, I might I raw dog under my long sleeve T-shirts that are the athletic fit. I'm not going to wear a T-shirt under it's a T-shirt.
Gotcha.
You know, but under a hoodie of sufficiency. Yeah. We were sure. I'd never raw dog this unless I was like at the house naked, watching TV. It's like, man, I need to run to the gas station for something. Then I'll just throw a hoodie on because I'm just going, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's raw dog. That's raw dog approved.
Yeah, thank you.
Run to the mailbox as always.
Imagining Jeff humping is hilarious.
No, I'm about to throw
up.
At
the end of the day. So anyway,
Jeff humping.
We can make that some premium diehard content. No,
sign up to be a
Jeff
diehard.
humping in a Stephen Jones voice.
Yeah.
Wow.
In a DLLS hoodie.
See
I'm
that
about
pie at the end of the day.
You want the bun or the hot dog? Is the hot dog or the bun?
That is a hot dog.
Player acquisition is 365 days a year.
No, this is a hot dog bun.
I
I guess a hot dog too. What?
Huh? I had an inside thought that I was going to say out loud, but I shouldn't feed into you guys' foolishness. So
No,
I'm
you
going to
don't.
keep it to myself.
Yeah, we need you to shame and judge us when we're being insensitive, manly.
We listen, we don't judge.
Do you not?
I know that it is not right to judge, and I try my very best, and I fail every day. I absolutely judge, and I know I
Jesse
should.
do real bad.
That's the thing. It's this little thing now. We listen and we don't judge. That little thing now.
I'm super judgy.
I would like to tell you a quote
I'm super judgy.
from a top 50 favorite book of mine.
Where's your brain be?
Judge not, lest ye
Oh,
be judged.
you better preach over there.
Although I guess if you
It's
don't
the
worry
top
about the
50,
judgment
it's
because
top
you know
50
you're living
book.
right, you're like, no, I'm a judge. Go ahead, judge back.
How's that a top? How just top 50? It ain't top 5.
Well, because I like the first one best. I like the original.
The OG, trip OG.
Yeah, I thought the main character in the sequel really toned it down.
Really?
I liked when he was turned up.
In the Old Testament, because he wasn't messing around in the Old Testament.
Old Testament, he went hard.
Flipping table Old Testament.
And New Testament, be like, grace.
That's what they say. The sequel, it's hard to.
Hold on.
I like my God smitey.
Since all conversations are extensions of other conversations on the show, didn't you just tell us you
Lord
flunked
forgive us.
the Bible class?
Yeah.
At the college.
No, but I know the general ideas. But
Now that's funny. Now that's funny.
I'm just
Now that's
saying.
funny.
I mean,
Now that's
we don't let nothing go around here.
You know what's funny? That you should have let.
We don't let nothing go around
You
here.
did fail Bible class.
I didn't have enough
did.
awareness.
Oh, you got cheated, or you cheating on somebody's paper? I mean,
Well, that's like in the movie Seven. I know that Brad Pitt was in the movie Seven. But if you ask me about some extra characters, I have no idea. I remember the main character.
So you said that the other co-stars you were
Right. I don't know what Mike and Pete and Ryan or whatever, but I know
there's no Mike. There's a Peter.
Yeah, but I know Mike. God was going hard at first, and he was like, "Let me chill out a little bit." And I like when he was dialed up. You know,
an eye for an eye, Jeff. An eye for an eye.
What you got? What you got?
Oh,
what you got?
This is more about Clarence. He's in the locker room all the time and had some a nug to share that I think might lead to bad news for Jerry and Stephen.
What you got?
I'd like to apologize for any and all blasphemy on this particular broadcast.
You know, blasphemy. Well, you know, we're talking about the end of the season, what guys have to play for, and guys are trying to say the right thing. We're focused on games, but you got 30 guys roughly who are going to be free agents. You know, introduced the coaching staffs of free agents. The reality is, you know, as I was pointing to Jordan yesterday and talking to Jordan Lewis, people keep talking about the momentum. You're going to build this momentum and take it to next year. With who? They going to be gone. You got 30 guys who are free agents. All these guys are not coming back to carry this momentum on into next year. You know, so I mean, that sounds good, but the reality of the NFL and free agency is this will be a completely different team next year. So all this, how we got to finish strong and take it means nothing. It's a hill of beans. Just talk.
So we should be tanking.
You know, well, that's a different ministry.
Oh.
But yeah, so they understand their stats. And Jordan, I think he's having his best year of his career. He believes he was on his way to having his best year of his career the year he got hurt. And so now 2 years later, he's back having the best year of his career. A lot of push for him. Thinks he should certainly have Pro Bowl consideration at the slot corner. I think he's been the most consistent player since the start of training camp until now. And I remember in training camp, Jordan was a junkyard dog, always out there yapping. He was not giving a quarter on anything from Oxnard until now. You watch him in games. Certainly the other day, he had the big deflection that led to interception. I mean, that's who Jordan's been from day one in training camp. And when he got hurt, that elbow injury, I felt as bad as I felt when Overshawn got hurt. Not Jordan.
Started panicking.
You know, I don't please Jordan get up because he deserves to have a good year and finish this thing off strong. But he understands that at his age, free agency, this is his chance to cash in after this year. And he changed agents. He went to David Cantor, which is DeMarcus Lawrence's agent. And, you know, he always drives a hard bargain. Certainly, remember the DeMarcus Lawrence negotiations. But he really believes he has opportunity to, you know, get something free. He wants to come back, of course, as they all do. But Stephen Jones talked last week about, you know, these guys are pricing themselves out of us because they're playing so well. And that's not good for us because we don't want to pay no money.
I'm going to fight him.
You know, but so that's the reality for a lot of these guys, you know, that they're playing their way and they understand, as we talked about, the guys, what they have to play for the rest of the season. Free agency is coming up, and they have opportunity to go and cash in, whether it's an Osa, how much you pay an Osa, how much you pay a Rico, you guys who played well, who want to come back. What's their market? What's their market going to be like? Certainly, in Jordan's a prime example.
Yeah, Jordan is the one that the Stephen Jones quote is such a gross quote for a guy that is partially responsible for running a football team. When he's talking about Chauncey Golston, he's like, you know, he's having a great year, which is great for him, bad for us. We're just like, come on, man. What about just it's great for him and, you know, we hope to have him back and keep growing. But he's like, bad for us, you know, because we broke. And so, yeah, I wonder how many of these guys will make it back. Because Chauncey Golston, 10 weeks ago, you could have brought him back for whatever you wanted. Here's a 2-year, $3 million deal. That ain't getting close to getting it done. And Jordan Lewis on what, a 1 year, $3 million, $4 million, something like that contract. I mean, he's a multi-year 8, 10, I don't know the exact number, but he's a real money player. And so, I don't know. I worry about the stuff that Stephen Jones talked about with how tight up against it they're going to be, which is a lie. And like, will they be willing to sign these guys? And generally they do. Like, that's probably going to be their free agency.
Yeah,
their free agency will be Osa and Jordan Lewis.
The
and
guys
like, there you go. And I'm like, well, no, the goal is to get better, not try to stay as close to the same as you were. And I do think that the majority of their free agency will be Osa, Jordan Lewis.
With the possible coaching changes as well, obviously you guys mentioned that. That's something to consider. Do you think that I think Michael Clay said, are the Cowboys going to be worse next year? Do you think that they're going to be? Do you have more spots to fill this year than you did last year?
Yes,
you got more spots to fill because you have so many guys that are free agents,
and you don't.
Because you'd be doing year 2 of purging all of your free agents,
and we're not expecting for them to really be aggressive with this stuff. So I can't take another year of being
the Cowboys will be a playoff team next year.
Okay, we just talked about that.
Based on what?
That ain't it.
How? Where?
How?
Michael, Dak, CeeDee. They're gonna be. I mean, they're gonna have a 3rd or 4th place schedule. They'll be a playoff team next year. The issue is, will they be a Super Bowl team? That's the goal. I mean, we're gonna be the same vortex of they're gonna make the playoffs, be one and done. I think that hell, they could have easily been a playoff team this year if one or two things
stayed healthy.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, as bad as they start, everybody stays healthy. I think they could have been a playoff team this year. Again, that does not get us to the next step. The goal after 12-5 was not to make the playoffs and get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So now, after you go 6-10, there'll be a playoff team next year.
Okay.
Will they take the next step? No.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in the same vortex we've always been in. But I for sure, you get all you guys healthy back, I think there will be a playoff team, and they have with 30 guys that free agents, they have to replenish the roster, so they have to bring some of the guys back because they just need numbers.
Right.
I mean,
but a lot of what they do, or at least,
and you can't do all that in the draft or free agency.
Yeah.
You can't bring 30 guys back in the draft. You can't replenish that.
No,
so you have to re-sign some of those guys.
They could, in theory, get 10 to 12 rookies. Because they're going to draft 9 right now.
And then UDFAs.
And then undrafted free agents, 1 or 2
guys
or 3.
ain't making a team.
They are if you let
multiple UDFAs.
If you let all your free agents go, they do.
Right now.
There was a play in the game last week. 7 guys were undrafted free agents. Yeah, but the 11 guys on the football field.
Not rookie
not
undrafted.
rookies.
I'm talking about rookies. I'm talking about rookies. Yeah, but those guys have been on the roster. Interesting. Guys come from different places. And Chauncey in the locker room yesterday said he was in college at Iowa, and he didn't know you had to go to college to get to the NFL. True quote.
What do you mean he didn't know?
You thought it was like the NBA?
He thought you go
you
straight
don't
from
have to. Okay. I'll say you don't have to go to college, but you do have to be
3 years
removed from high school.
Yeah, but he didn't know. I'm like, how do you not know?
I don't know.
Chauncey was late to football too.
I understand, but I'm just, how do you not know? I mean, there's no. You don't see. I mean, yes, there are 1 or 2 guys, but people don't come off the street to go to NFL.
No.
They don't go from high school to NFL.
Everybody's different about knowing.
Off a reality TV.
You gotta say everybody has their path, but you still went to college and played ball in college, okay? But yeah, he said he didn't know you had to go to college to go to NFL. Okay?
I mean, I think you should be allowed to go whenever you want if you're an adult. I think you
it's
should be
not
allowed
basketball.
To go to
You 18-year-olds will get killed.
You think?
So Clarence says they're not going to be worse next year. Worse than this year.
I don't think they'd be worse. No, this is about injuries. This is about a lot of things. And I talked to Jordan. He said that you talk about the defense. You talk about the defense, and they got better because they finally got comfortable. You got a new system. The defense will be better. You
might have a new system.
They got better when they ran into the sorriest teams in the National Football League.
I don't think that's fair, Jesse.
Okay, against the Cincinnati
They
Bengals,
weren't good.
against the Bengals offense, which is one of the best offense in the league, that defense played pretty solidly.
Joe Burrow had 300.
He had almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns.
And shockingly, the Cowboys were finna win the game if AO don't touch the damn ball.
They were going up offensively. They were going up against arguably the worst defense in the National. Joe Burrow
they
didn't
only
have
had
a problem.
20 points at that time.
Joe
It wasn't
Burrow
like they
didn't
were
have a problem moving the ball up and down the field. Jamar Chase didn't have a problem going
on the
through
fourth quarter. They got him off the field twice when it mattered most. When George would, I'm just looking. Obviously, baby steps, but I think the defense has improved beyond just playing Carolina.
I'm not saying that they won't.
And they did pretty good against Washington.
I think that's a long way to go. I think that's a long way to go. But saying that today, that next year, that they're going to
be better than this year. Yes, they'll be better than this year.
That's a long way to go. That's a long way to go.
I'll tell you that.
I think they'll be better than this year.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I'm not guessing anymore.
No, yeah, I have no idea.
I messed up this year.
If they do the offseason this year like they did last year, they absolutely will not be better. Absolutely not.
And nothing says in their history that they're going to change the way that they operate in the offseason.
Yeah. And they said that they aren't going to change. Like, in theory, if you were to you let Pollard walk, so you let Rico walk. We can't afford Osa. We can't. So now my defensive line group is nothing. I don't have running backs. My offensive
Rico's
line's
not
a
getting
hodgepodge.
Pollard money in free agency.
Probably not. Let him go for 100 yards 3 more weeks in a row. He will. Like, how do you ignore it?
I don't know.
Somebody's got to look at that. But, I don't know. Running back is always weird because you can just draft them. So, I don't know. Everybody, have a great damn day. And we'll see you tomorrow. How about that? Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. So be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
Or else. Not a threat.
We all silly like the mayor.